we're expanding our set of behavioral tests. Again, this is probably the most intensive series of behavioral tests that we've done. So we're doing not only looking at how anxiety and measures of anxiety and evidences of aggression and how they move in open field and things like that, which we've done before, but we're also looking at learning and memory now. And we have a series of tests that are now ongoing, and it's very, very labor intensive. And we don't know the outcome yet. So I don't know if there's going to be ambiguous results or the results are going to be positive or negative. We don't know. And whatever we find, we're going to report. Okay. So and the guy who's doing it in our lab who's doing it is blinded. He has no idea which animals are which. Okay. We decode it afterwards, but he never sees what the decoding is. Okay. So we don't know what's going to happen, but the point being we're expanding this. We're expanding this also when we do the histological analyses. We're looking at a whole series of biochemical markers. We're looking at a whole series of cellular markers. We're going to go back and do that genetics test again because if we were wrong, we were wrong. But when we're finished with this study, we will be able to say definitively if there's gene expression changes or not. And this time, no one's going to mess with the data, and this time, no one's going to be able to say we falsified it because we have it so well locked down now and so statistically checked and rechecked and validated by people that we pay from outside the laboratory who are part of UBC's stats people to make sure this happens correctly. So I'm confident that what we come up with will be a clear answer to the question of what happens when you do this vaccine schedule in young animals. Again, and we're being very cautious. You'll never hear me say that it's identical to what happens in kids because we don't know that. And when my postdoc went to Lisbon just recently to give his talk, he's actually a vet, so he was trying to stay within the guidelines. People say, does this apply? People said, no, it just means probably don't over-vaccinate your mice. It's probably not a good idea. And the funny thing about that is in the world of veterinary medicine, they know this. You know that, right? They know that not to over-vaccinate their animals. Okay, we don't do that in people because people, but in animals, you just don't do that. And many vets, if not most, know this. Yeah, if you don't, it didn't.